Hi, I'm at Babcock. I thought it's about time to do an update on Babcock Ranch. It's been about 2 months since I did one, so here we are at the end of May going into a big long weekend, and I have hired a photographer who is assisting me, so this is going to be great. And he lives in Babcock, so that's even better yet. He knows all the hidden places. So with that said, today we are going to check out a tower where I'm going to be able to look over things. But before we do that, I want to talk to you about the road construction here. Last video I did, we talked about how that Babcock is helping to finance the road improvements on 31 and making it a wider road to make it safer for people coming in and out of Babcock, this wonderful city. So with that said, it's coming right along. I noticed today the construction is coming along quite nicely. Lake Babcock is actually closed and we had to do a detour. And it's amazing when you come into Babcock Ranch, even just a month or two, maybe not being out here. Things have changed. I mean, this is truly a town. It is up and coming, and as we go about today or over the next videos, you're gonna see what I mean. And I'm standing here right now in Founders Square, which is one of the most awesomest places here in Babcock, I think. It's what started, it was the hub. And I'm watching a band come in, so they must be gonna have some activity here tonight, and they're setting up. On Friday nights, there's food trucks here. This is a cool city, I'm sure, to live in, and maybe one day I'll have that privilege. But anyway, let's go take some videos. Well, my photographer has showed me this awesome, I'll call it a gigantic tree house or a tower that's here in the center of Babcock, and it is so awesome. It's actually two parks, but we're in Hillcrest Park, so they made a hill. Those of you in Florida that think it's flat, I am up on a hill on the top. Not Gatlinburg, but close. This is awesome. And the other park over to the side that he'll catch on the camera is Bluebird Park. And I see another park out in the distance, and I seen a park close to Founders Square. There are parks all over Babcock. Sometimes people don't think of that, but we're also going to show you construction. There is construction over here. This is the Regency area. There is construction out here. You see the back of the homes. There's construction that's going to happen there. That won't even look the same years from now. There is so much going on in this town, and it's so interesting to see. When it first was a thought on paper, and they had a model home, and they had Founders Square, you thought of this little bitty town. And over the last 5, 6, 7 years, it's growing and growing and growing. You know, there's a whole shopping center. You don't have to worry about, oh, do I have to go back to Fort Myers to go buy my groceries? There's a Publix. And my photographer just told me they have plans for another Publix at the other end. We're in Midtown right now, so they even have sections, Midtown Babcock. It's hard to imagine, but at the same time, it's not like a community or a subdivision in Fort Myers. It's like you're out in the middle of Florida, which we are. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at pine trees and the saw palms, whatever. I'm looking at true Florida greenery in front of me here, no houses. You would think I was in the middle going to take a nature walk. And out there I can see a park. I see kids play parks over here. I see a whole subdivision over here, another subdivision over there. I see the lakes. I can see another subdivision out in the beginning, and it's all quiet and it's like home. It is amazing. There's a path here that walks up to this tower. There's a slide that actually goes down the hill, and you'll see that later because I walked up. And we didn't walk up this nice paved path. We actually walked up the green hillside. And that green hillside, granted, it appeared to be artificial turf, but it's holding up, so it's always going to be green. But on this side of the park, it's not. It's all real. This is real Florida plants. And the other thing, one of my videos, several of them actually, if you go back and look at them, talk about Babcock Eco Ranch or the Eco Tours. That was all part of this. A gentleman by the name of Babcock who moved down from Pennsylvania, he owned all of this. The whole thing was sold to the developer, and now the builders are getting sections, and so that's the Regency. This is another one. This is Lennar Homes. This is D.R. Horton Homes. This is Mertage Homes. This is Pulte Homes. You have, I think it's 7 different builders that's in this Babcock Ranch. So if you don't come now and buy and see it when it's kind of small and quaint, if you come 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, it's going to be totally different. But I think they will always keep, you know, Walt Disney. Remember Walt? He had a little hometown in the middle of the United States. I don't remember if it was Missouri, Arkansas, but it was just a small little town. And that's how he kind of designed most of Disney, is small town. And this is Babcock Ranch, small town. It's beautiful. Anyway, I'm gonna let the photographer take it away. You're never too old to enjoy the finer things of being young. This park, Hillcrest Park here in Babcock Ranch, I mean, look at it. The artificial turf will be forever. I can only imagine sliding if it was raining out here right now. And we do have a storm chasing us, but this is awesome. And I'm gonna try this slide and see if it's any better than the grass. Here we go, whoa! You gotta love Babcock Ranch. So I'm in Babcock Ranch today, and it's afternoon, and I'm trying to beat the rain because in the afternoon in rainy season in sunny Southwest Florida, we do get rain in the afternoon. But I'm in a community, a sub-community. So I'm in the town of Babcock, and now I'm in a community called Tucker Cove. What do you think of when you hear the word cove? I don't know about you, but I kind of think of pirate ships, you know? And this whole community by Lennar was kind of built around that theme. And the coolest thing about this is look at these amenities. These amenities are amazing. You can bring your golf cart down and go parking. You can ride your bikes down and go parking. There is an aquatics pavilion, slide tower, which is coming up. So there's going to be this whole water park, a lazy river, hammocks to lay on. Oh, how peaceful. Tables with umbrellas, a splash pad for the little ones. Oh, lots of parking, tennis courts, pickleball courts that are in the open, covered pickleball courts, a fitness studio. Guess what? If you're watching this video, this YouTube video, and you know what an Airnasium is, please comment below, because we're not quite sure. I would love to hear your ideas. What is an Airnasium? There's going to be restrooms, a cafe, an arcade. There is a cantina. I'm guessing that might be Mexican. There is a Shipwreck Tavern. That's going to go with our pirate ship, which we're going to show you here in a minute. There's also a resort pool, a lap pool. There's tiki places, volleyball courts, sandy beach, fire pit, and it goes on and on and on and on. And this is under construction. But rumor has it, they have what's called generational housing in here. A lot of you look for that. That's an up and coming thing. You know, parents, children, someone has to live. So I understand you can walk into this unit, and as you walk in, on one side is mom and dad's whole apartment. They're close to you, but not too close. And they probably enjoy that. Close to the kids, but the kids aren't in their life. So mom and dad have their own kitchen, their own bath, their own bedroom, their own living area. It's their space. And you get another half of that first floor with your kitchen, your living room, and then you get to go upstairs. You have a loft, you have 4 bedrooms. What a way to go. As a realtor here in sunny Southwest Florida, these generational houses are difficult right now to come by. I was really impressed to hear that they have them. And on one of my next trips, I'm going to get Lennar to show me a model home or an idea of what this really looks like. But you have to come back and watch this channel to see that video because it's not going to be on this one. But again, over here we have sports courts, tennis courts, a racquetball park, a dog park, the mail center. There's so much to do here, but like I said, there's so much construction to happen. You could be in on the ground floor because obviously as the builder builds these and sells these, what's the first thing that's going to start going up? Pricing, 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 pricing. So get in now when it's a buyer's market. Even with our builders, this is a buyer's market. They want to sell these lots. They want to put houses on them. And in that next video, I'll get you an idea of what the prices are. So I'm not going to tell you that right now either. And there are ones that are done. People's lives change. One of those might be a resale at some point. It's going to be gated, so it's going to be a sub-gated community. It's going to have a guardhouse out front, and it's right across from a community that's a golf course community. And I bet if you become friends with someone over there, you can enjoy golfing with them. So many things to do. But hey, let's go over here and walk down this little sidewalk. You know, the interesting thing that I've always loved about sunny Southwest Florida, this side of the road, it's got dark clouds. It's kind of boating. It looks like it could rain any moment. But this side of the road is blue skies, sun shining above my head, white clouds. It's amazing. You can be in the middle and figure out which way you want to go. But come on, let's walk here. We looked at that map of these amenities that are going to be in Tucker's Cove. Now we're right across the lake from them, and you can see they're still under construction. Anticipated that things will be opening probably later here in 2026, 2027. It's not going to take Lennar long to get these finished. You can see the pirate ship. That's going to be a restaurant, a bar, they call it. So again, pirates, the ho, 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 matey, and the bottles of whiskey and the rum. You can take a hot day and enjoy cooling off. That's one thing. And then you can see the water park over here, which you're seeing on camera. The kids are gonna have a blast. I mean, and even as adults, because you will see in one of my videos, I just came down some slides. So adults, kids, can you imagine going down that slide over there? That is going to be so much fun. And you don't have to pay to go to a water park. It's all right here. You can run down for an hour and then go back up. So you've got this nice lake here. I told you in that on that map, there's going to be a kayak launch, and I see a little bridge over there. We have had a severe drought in the last 5 months here in Florida. Our winter was more of a drought than normal, so you can tell by just looking at how low the waters are. But it's not going to be that way for long. I bet if I come back out here in another 2 months, these waters are going to be up to where the grass is, and things are going to be flowing. So just think of that. There's always things to do and some great opportunities. And I know you're going to be anxious to hear about that generational house, see some plans, get some pricing. It's a cool idea. And as families come together, as prices keep going up, it's another way to save money, but to own your own home. Owning a home is the biggest investment you can make, and it always has some return. It's better than paying rent. Rent, you pay for someone else to have that investment. Someone else is getting that return. If you can save your money, and there's always lender programs, I have noticed even with you hearing national news, interest rates are high, interest rates are high. Lenders have figured ways to compensate for that. They have programs. You know, years ago you had 3-1 ARMs, and people got into those, and that's how they bought their houses. And then you went to 30-year fixed. Well, some of the ARMs are back, but if that gets you into a house that's your investment, you're putting the money in your own bank account, what a better way to do it. Anyway, Tucker's Cove, the pirates, they're not going to steal it from you. You don't have to put your booty under the bed. But a lot of cool things in Babcock Ranch. You'll hear more. I'll be out exploring some more of these. I have an awesome photographer traveling with me right now who knows this community, and he himself has shared a lot of these insights as we've traveled from spot to spot. So talk to you soon and have a great day. And if you ever come to sunny Southwest Florida or you want to invest down here, call me, message me, subscribe to this channel. There's all kinds of things you can do. Look to meeting you soon.